Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and on your screen you see the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Explorer, the new version 36mm Explorer, and we do have both watches today, the Oystersteel version and the Oystersteel and yellow gold version, the Rolesor version of this watch that now has a diameter of 36 millimeters. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. So in your picture is the Oystersteel version of the new Explorer. You might remember we have been filming the novelties of Rolex already in April, and I was only able to show you the Rolesor version. And many of you in the comment section asked, can you please show us the steel version only? Here it is on your screen, smiling at you. Time is set to 10:10 as always on our channel, and you see this is the Oyster Perpetual Explorer. Diameter 36 millimeter. The watch, yes, now is only, or for some, enough 36 millimeters. The Explorer was always 39 and now has come back to its original size. It's 36 millimeters. Is it enough for a man's wrist? We will have wrist shots, extensive wrist shots in the video showing the watch on my 17 centimeter wrist, and you may decide yourself if it is good to wear or not. I will tell you later what I think. So, but first, let me just say 36 millimeter. I said it from the side. This is the watch. We do have a lug to lug distance of 43 millimeters. I do always measure the one end to the other end of the lugs, and it is 43 millimeters. Thickness 11 millimeters. And also good to know for you, the size in between the lugs is 20, and the bracelet, the entire matte brushed bracelet, tapers down to the clasp to 14 millimeter. Here, 14 millimeter, where the clasp starts. This is what the bracelet is tapering like. Yeah, it's completely brushed. I said it. Also, the clasp, the folding clasp, is brushed. So I'll make a 360 turn of that watch to show you. There are some polished parts on the watch. The bezel, Oystersteel bezel, is polished, and the flanks are polished. You see here, that's the watch from the side, with the crown, with the Rolex crown, screw down crown, of course. Same here. Let me show you from the side. And look, please. You see, mirroring the camera of my cameraman, you see Jorge wearing his headphones, red headphones. And look, if I slowly, very, very slowly turn the watch, there is absolutely zero distortion. Can you imagine what they have been doing? How they have been polishing, treating this flanks? What kind of technology and knowledge how to polish cases is necessary to do this. It's incredible. And looks good, by the way, because the reflections coming, the light reflections, will always clearly define the design of that case. Very nice executed. Bravo, I can say. This is really beautiful. This is the art of case making, let's call it. The art of case making. Black dial, the hands and the indexes and the the numbers on the dial are 18 karat white gold. So all the indexes and hands are made of 18 karat white gold. The dial is, there's chromalite. That's the material Rolex uses to make the watch shine. When it is dark, we will make a Lumeshot, of course, and you will see excellent readability at night. Excellent readability. Let me just reset 10 past 10 to get this hand away. Looking better now. It's always the same. That's Murphy. I'm filming, and one of the hands or the second hand is there. I don't want to be it. I don't want it to be, and it is disturbing me or you. Okay. You see I've been readjusting it, 10 past 10. The watch is smiling at you again, and you see dark black lacquered dial, high contrast, and good readability, I have to say. Excellent readability. And you see everything what is typical on a Rolex style Oyster Perpetual Explorer, and then you see superlative chronometer, officially certified. What does this mean? This means that the movement in there in the watch is the 3230 caliber, is first tested by COSC, then comes back to Rolex. Rolex makes assembles the entire watch, and then the watch undergoes an extensive in-house testing, and then Rolex upgrades the word chronometer to superlative chronometer to guarantee you the best of the best. And these watches are really tested heavily, so you can be sure that you get quality what you expect. And precision is improved from -4 plus 6 seconds to -2 plus 2, -2 plus 2 seconds. And to get a little bit of an impression how precise this is, just try to find out 2 seconds deviation by day. One day has 86,400 seconds. Try to calculate that, and you will get to a precision of 99.99999 something percent. So almost 100% of precision on your screen in terms of timekeeping and showing you precisely what time it is. Well, there it is. Okay, now let me show you the back. Caseback, yes, no see-through caseback. That's Rolex. They always close their watches. Matte, polished caseback. But yeah, nothing on it, nothing written on it. Yeah, that's Rolex, how it is. The watch is waterproof 100 meters, and the 3230 caliber that's ticking inside has a 4 Hertz movement, 28,800 semi-oscillations per hour, and it delivers a power reserve, or has a power reserve of 70 hours. So really good to go. Also, if you take the watch off for 3 days, it will still run when you put it back on your wrist. So, in comparison to the entire Oystersteel version, this is the Rolesor, a combination of yellow gold applied in the link, in the bracelet, on the bezel, on the crown, and it's called Rolesor. It's a mixture of Oystersteel and yellow gold. That's not Everose, that's not the rose gold, that's yellow gold, you see. Also different on this watch, the indexes and hands are made out of 18 karat yellow gold, whilst on the steel version, the indexes and hands are made in 18 karat white gold. That's the difference. Black dial, same thing, same indexes, same thing. You read on the dial from the side. We see that the watch features a crown made out of 18 karat gold, and you clearly see that the bezel, the polished bezel, is now also made out of 18 karat gold, and this gives the watch a little bit of, yeah, some extra wow effect, I would say. And you here see the inner links. Compared also, this is something I have to mention, the inner links are now polished. The steel version is completely matte. You saw it first on your screen. This is now polished. Nothing changes. The bracelet tapers from 20 to 14. You still have the lug-to-lug distance, 43 millimeters, etc. So nothing changes. It's the same watch. It's just another execution. Let me show you the clasp. You also have yellow gold on the clasp in the middle. The crown is made out of yellow gold. It's a three-dimensional crown, you see. Nice. And you can use it to open up that security, preventing, and it's of course gold underneath, huh? No cheating here. Then you open up and you have that folding clasp, very nicely executed. And of course, yes, EasyLink is there. That's the folding clasp from the inside. And I will show you, you can open up. I have to pull, there it is. Now you see here, when I'm turning, you have minus and plus 5 millimeters, plus 5, minus 5. Depending on which side you're closing it, you can adjust the bracelet 5 millimeters on days when it's hot, or you need some, when it's humid and you sweat under the watch, you may say, okay, I need some fresh air, a little bit more space on my wrist, and you can easily readjust it here with those 5 millimeters. Depending on which side you're closing it, you either up, I closed it minus 5, you see here, and I will open it up again. With gloves it's a little bit tricky. I've been opening it up again, you see here, opened, and now I'm closing it the other way around, and you have plus 5 millimeters. EasyLink, looks easy, perfectly executed. Of course, also the entire Oystersteel version features the EasyLink adjustment system. So in case you thought only the steel gold version has it, no, of course not. So those 5 millimeters, I'm opening it up here. And we see here from the other side now, we're filming it from the other side angle. I just need to get away my fingers. And you see here, that's the EasyLink. Depending on which side you're closing it, you add 5 or you deduct 5 millimeters. For the Explorer, 36 millimeter diameter on a 17 centimeter wrist. So now, you tell me, do you like that? Is this a size you would wear? For me personally, there's something missing from the ends of the lug. My wrist is much bigger, and I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable with it, but it's me, it's my personal taste. Of course, tastes are different, we all know that, but at least for me, I'm not really comfortable with that size. That's too small, my personal thoughts. Yes, now the Rolesor yellow gold and steel version of the 36mm Explorer on my 17 centimeter wrist. Many of you asked me as we were filming the watches, the Rolex watches, the first time in April, when I get hands on them next time, to also deliver a wrist shot on my wrist. Last time it was the wrist of a lady. And you said, hey, Alexander, why didn't you film it on your wrist? Here it is. So you make up your mind if this will be an option for you, having such a combination of yellow gold and steel in the size of 36 millimeters on your wrist. Just to make it clear, for me, this is not an option. I would never ever wear this watch in this combination. And I tend to repeat what I was saying already in April. I would say this is a very, very, very beautiful watch for a lady, for a woman. Sporty chic, sporty elegance, perfect to combine with some jewelry, with some trendy jewelry coming from different brands, the well-known brands. Perfect watch. A cool watch, I would even say. And yeah, but maybe you think different. In the comment sections, please let me know. Let us make a Lumeshot, and let me show you the chromalight that Rolex applies on the watch. A green-blue emission, and look, please look how intense this watch shines. It almost looks if there would be a little battery somewhere completely illuminating the entire dial. So this is our last shot of the new Explorer watches, and as you see, I didn't mention it before, I was always concentrating very much to give you a view on the watch, on the dial, without creating any reflections, because the sapphire crystal is has an anti-reflective treatment underneath, but not on top. This is a decision of Rolex. They say until no anti-reflective treatment has been found that will not scratch, we will not use it. That's a clear decision. We accept that, and this is something we can handle. But yes, it creates some reflections. So if you had some on the video, I excuse us. It is not possible to film those watches. You see how easy you get reflections when you're a little bit turning them. Okay, what do you have to pay for the Explorer? The steel gold version officially is sold for 10,300 Swiss francs, including VAT. Then the VAT is 7.7% here in Switzerland. And the steel version is sold for 6,100 Swiss francs, including VAT. And as I already said it in the video about the Explorer 2, just in case you have not watched it yet, please do it. I know the watches are hard to get. I know they are almost impossible to get through the retail. But please do me a favor, do not pay any overprice for it. Don't support those greedy flippers, greedy resellers. Don't support that business by buying the watch for overprice. Rolex has decided to sell the watches, once again, 6,100 Swiss francs, 10,300 Swiss francs. That's the price, and that's the price you should pay, not more. Please do me a favor, do not support these greedy guys that try to sell you those watches for the double of the price. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for commenting a lot on the size. I'm really interested to know what you think about the 36mm. You know, Rolex with the new Explorer said goodbye to the 39mm version. Now it's 36, like the original size when the Explorer was introduced. Yes, it is now absolutely in line with the history of the watch, but is it still wearable for us or not? Your comments are welcome. I said it before. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for being on WatchAdvisor on YouTube, and stay tuned for much more to come. As always, goodbye.